And I apologize about the clickbait thumbnail because I'm not just cleaning these two games, I'm cleaning these other two games, which are kind of the same games, but we're going to do it all at once in this video of open cart surgery. And how are you feeling? You got John Riggs here in a regular series where I take these games that aren't working, I try to get them working again. Basically, I clean them. Every once in a while, I have to bolt the soldering iron to do something there. I gotta say up front, as always, I don't have a clue what I'm doing. Don't take what I say or do to be the law of how to fix your games. This is just the stuff that I've been doing since the late 90s or so. And it seems to work for me. If it works for you, great, but I am not the end-all be-all of technical repairs. Please don't think that I am. Again, I don't have a technical background. I don't have an electronics engineering degree. I can't modify consoles or systems. I can just take these games. I used to work kind of under the table freelance at a local video store. They'd give me some games that came back broken. I would basically clean them up or fix them or do what I could and then go back on the shelf. And in return, I got free rentals. I got a box of like 10 or 12 games from Mike saying, maybe you will have better luck getting them to work. Cheers, Mike. So over the next few weeks, we're going to see if we can't get these working. I'm going to start with these four, just because they're basketball, sports games, whatever. Rocking my Sonics hat. And as much as I loved that dirty old monitor I used to use that had the DVD player on the side, I had to retire it. I'm rocking the LaPow portable monitor now. Got the HDMI output and everything. Perfect for my Super Retro Trio 3 Plus. This thing's still going to be inactive. Inactive? That doesn't sound right. This thing's going to be active. In action. Not inactive. It's very active. In fact, we'll prove it here. Going to test out a OJ Pro-Am. All right, there you go. So we got OJ Pro-Am working. So we know this thing works. Now, I did not make this hack, but it is a cart that I put together. The first thing I'm going to do, I'm just going to pop them straight in and just see if they work. Because sometimes you have luck, you try to get it done, it doesn't work for you. Maybe it'll work for me. Well, we'll see. Got Jordon versus Bird, one-on-one. One. That looks like a no. Bismillah. All right, Jordon versus Bird, one-on-one. Two. Still no. Jeez, what is with that death grip? It's usually not like that. Has been a little bit since I've last used this, but still, come on now. All right, here's Hoops from Jalico. Nothing. And the other Hoops from Jalico. Still nothing. All right. Just to reiterate, just to verify. Perfect. Okay. So, yeah, something's wrong. And we're going to start by just cleaning them. I say we. I'm going to start by just cleaning them. I'm going to do that using these 1-Up cards. I can't tell you enough how much I love these, and I can also not tell you enough how much they don't pay me to say that. I traditionally, really, seriously like these because they're easy and convenient. You can get them just by themselves. Q-tips and rubbing alcohol, that works fine. You know, give it a start anyway. I got, oh man, I'm almost out too. This is the isopropyl alcohol, 99%, no water added. No added water, I should say. Flammable. Keep out of reach for children. The princess is waiting. My goodness, I never read the back of this. How many years have I been doing this? I never read the back. All right, this is my very last vial here too. Simple enough. There's a fluid side and a dry side. The fluid side, a little bit on top. That's all you need. And these things fit right in there. Perfect for yard sailing. Perfect for conventions when we had conventions. A little bit of this. That's all it takes. You don't even have to open it up. I like to open it up too, though, but, you know. And we're going to do that to all of them eventually. Let me just see if that... Sometimes it's all it takes. Sometimes it's all it takes. Let's have a look. Well, it's going to take a lot more than that this time. For Hoops, anyway. Which went for $2.99, apparently. Looks like it used to be. There's another price behind this. Hold on. Oh, and behind it was another sticker for $2.99. A little bit more fluid. Good. Right in there. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Ta-da! Pa! After cleaning them, they came out a lot easier than they used to. All right, so we have Jordon versus Bird one-on-one. I didn't mind the game so much. It's from Milton Bradley, by the way. If you missed out on my ranking Milton Bradley games for the NES, check it out right here. The game was okay, but the slam dunk challenge was the best part about it, in my opinion, anyway. What do we got? Dude. Here's the other one. This one has a sticker on it. $1.99. $1.99 from GameStop or Software Etc. EB Games. That sounds about right. It's a $1.99 game. Was 20 years ago, still is today. All right. In lieu of Brasso, I use Bright Boy. Does it work better than Brasso? Well, I think so. And it doesn't leave that weird residue. And again, Brasso is the no-go. I've never had a game not work because of Brasso, but man, I've seen some terrible things done to not just games, but your consoles. You do the Brasso, you don't even open up the cart, and people just use the Brasso straight in there, and it gets gunked up behind the cart, so you can't get it out. And then they pop it in their system, and then their system gets all that Brasso gunk in there, and it gels up, and ugh, that's not a good look. This stuff, I think, works really well. And again, I'm not endorsed by these guys. In fact, this bottle was gifted to me from Rock Solid Productions a couple of years ago, 2 or 3 years ago. I still have like half a bottle. Man, I use this stuff all the time, whether I'm filming or not. You know, conventions, yard sales, you know, things of that nature. You know, I was just talking about how you don't want to use Brasso. I'm going to go ahead and open this up. I mean, I get that sometimes in the comments. I was like, why is it called open cart surgery when you don't even open your things? It's just a name. It was such a creative name I came up with. It didn't have to be called anything. It just could be called, look at John Riggs make a fool of himself trying to think he knows how to fix games when he just cleans them half the time. I've done some stuff in the past. I've used soldering irons and swapped out boards and, you know. The thing is, though, if you don't have to, you don't have to. And so many games can be fixed by simply cleaning them. Don't even have to use the soldering iron if you don't have to, hopefully. So there's what the game looks like. This one is, here's Jordon versus Bird. This is Jordon, this is, no, I'm just kidding. This looks actually really clean, but we can do a little. It's already dabbed on there. Doop, 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 doop. And from what I understand, like Brasso, when you do this, you're basically removing the slightest layer. So, I mean, you saw how clean it was. And that's, you know, we're already picking up stuff. I like to think of it maybe like resurfacing a disc, where it's like you resurface a disc by kind of removing a layer of it. Again, you don't want to do it too often because you don't have any disc left. With a game like Jordon versus Bird, I mean, come on. The game that EB Games was selling for $1.99, then this company, whoever they were, selling it for $2.99. I mean, if it was a little bit more of a desirable game, desirable, you know, like Urban Champion, I'd be all over it. In the meantime, just trying to get it to work. I'm going to pop it in just like this. I can do that. I'm going to put that right here. And have the Nintendo games, you have the pins facing toward, or the chips rather, facing towards you. Nintendo games, Genesis games towards you. Nintendo 64 games and Super Nintendo games, the chips facing away from you. It can go right in like that. You turn it on. Show me some love, baby. That is not the love I was expecting. The capacitor. Sometimes you can see the capacitor like looks bulged. And it looks fine. Everything else looks fine. Resistors look fine. I could always try reflowing the solder points, maybe. A little zen-like atmosphere. I'm almost at 100,000 subscribers. Can you believe it? You know, I read the comments too. Some of the people in the comments, I've seen them commenting on these videos since I've had like, you know, 500 subscribers and stuff. So thank you for the journey in the long run. See how crazy we can make it. All right. This game is going to look exactly the same. Not all games look exactly the same on the inside though, as we've seen in other videos. I'm going to do the other side. There's a little glob on the other side too. These all may have been cleaned already, so that's why he sent them to me, and he just doesn't want to deal with them anymore. I don't blame you. This one is definitely dirtier than the last one.
Orange and spice.
Christmas tea. I love it. Here's what Hoops looks like. Very similar, and still pretty clean. It's an SL ROM on this one. Interesting. I like to use a new Q-tip per game I'm cleaning. Q-tips are cheap enough. It doesn't have to be Q-tip name brand. Anything will work. Ah!
Self-promo.
Just got poked. Ow, dude.
Well, then don't.
Ow, dude. Hold on, I'll show you in a second what's poking me here. I feel like I'm getting bit by a snake or something. This thing. Look at that. Little pokey thing. It's trying to grab onto that. Oof. All right, Hoops. A game, admittedly, I didn't really play much. I was familiar with it, though. Nothing still. My goodness. I'm about batting 1,000 here. I'm not even playing baseball. I want one game to work. This is going to be the one. Voted confidence over there, my goodness. I saw that Midwest Gaming Classic. It was a convention I was planning on attending this year until COVID hit. It's going to happen in April. It's going to be a little April present to myself, having a birthday in April. It closed or canceled or postponed like every other convention, and it looks like they're coming back next year in November. Curious to see how that's going to go. Yeah, cold one in Wisconsin in November. But according to them, it could be 10, it could be 70. That's what Gary was saying. All right, so this is the last Hoops that I just tried to clean, and it still didn't work. And then here's this hoops. Looks like this. See? I mean, both are still hoops. That's interesting. Both are SL. This is SL ROM. This is SL1 ROM. Same idea. See if we can't get it working. If this works, that's good news. Ah! That was gross. Love that sound. Hoops. Hold on. That was not quite right. Hoops, you're our only hope. You let me down. Dude. Remove all doubt once again that yes, it does actually work. Yeah, there you go. So next time when we're trying games like Sky Shark and Blaster Master, let's get a win, baby. Let's get a win, baby. In the meantime, you can check out a whole lot of other open cart surgery videos, a lot of wins in that one, and I'll see you again really, really soon.